Welcome to the last video in this mini-series on how to build and maintain healthy boundaries. In the first two videos, we learned what unhealthy, porous, and rigid boundaries look and feel like. Today, we're discussing the third type of boundary, the flexible boundary. Hi, I'm Maryann Nichols. I am a therapist and coach who works with people, primarily women, who love to work, want to work, but are ending up stressed, anxious, and exhausted. What is a flexible boundary? Well, a flexible boundary is what it says, flexible. That doesn't mean it comes and goes, but rather that this kind of boundary can adapt to a given situation. Flexible boundaries are based on our own value system and are meant to support those values. For example, knowing what you want and need, knowing how far you're willing to go in any given situation, and when you aren't willing to go further. This clarity of mind and spirit allows you the flexibility of adjusting your boundaries to a particular situation. This kind of boundary is the only one not motivated by fear. Instead, it's motivated by self-love and self-respect. Knowing your boundaries means knowing your bottom line, how long you'll wait for someone to show up, expecting yourself to treat others with regard, expecting yourself to be honest, setting an intention of minimum physical health routines. Notice I didn't include others here. It isn't useful to expect others to get in line with our boundaries. They need to get in line with their own boundaries, not ours. If you're like most of us, you could probably tidy up your boundaries. As Warren Buffett reminds us, this means knowing your limitations and then remaining within those limitations. Whatever those limitations are, learn to respect them over and above anybody else's limitations. Because when all is said and done, respecting your boundaries means you respect who you are. Well, that's all well and good, but how do you begin? Well, as a first step, notice when your boundaries are crossed. Did you let a bully intimidate you into silence? Did you find yourself unreasonably insisting on your way, even if you knew it was over the top? Did you feel like you were being forced to do something you weren't really interested in doing? Did you agree to do something for another person when you didn't take care of your own needs at all? And whenever you do notice that, it may be several hours or even days later, especially at first, remember how it felt inside. I do mean inside. For me, it's usually a clenching in my solar plexus. It's unpleasant, and I hate that I let that happen yet again. The second step is to give yourself some slack. And rather than going into negative self-judgment, note it down so that you begin to build an awareness of how it happens and what it feels like inside your body. This will give you the main thing you need to change how you deal with your own cross boundaries in a way that respects your process in an attitude of self-love and self-care. This is only the first step, but it's the hardest one. Once you get this step, it makes honoring your boundaries that much more possible. If you like this video and want to hear more, then please do subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you soon.